everybody. I'm so excited because we're back again for another episode of Said Ain't
Yes.
So. I am
Hello.
Denarian Lewis, and we have.
Miss Shenise Danyél.
Hi, beautiful. I see your face is done today because you told us yesterday that you were lazy last
Well,
week.
I didn't know you wanted to start so soon. So if you must know, I have to go to the barbershop today. And
Okay.
so with me having to go to the barbershop today, I bet you won't catch me slipping. I bet you.
Why? Because there's men there,
Absolutely. I'm a single woman.
and you're trying to get a man.
Yep.
You look gorgeous. No,
Oh,
y'all. What really happened is that she said, I can't catch myself slipping like that again
you
on the
know what?
World Wide
Actually,
Web.
no. That is not true. I like the way I look. I said, I look so cute. I said, okay, just natural. I,
Natural.
and I had to thank the Lord above because if I was an ugly girl, mm-mm.
I think ugly is subjective. I
Okay,
think
so if
it's
I was ugly to myself,
okay.
it wasn't gonna work.
Good. I got my hat off today because
Oh
no,
yeah, you do. Let me see.
yes,
Show the people because you look real stinking cute.
if my hat is on, that means that these roots need to be done. But I got my hair. I just got back from out of town, so I had to get my hair done.
Yeah, you look real stinking cute. Let me ask you, did you use some Exusia hair growth tea? Cause you dripping over there, honey.
No, K Shell never sent me none. so
Okay,
so
Shell.
so K Shell, if you're out there, K Shell, I'm still waiting as the other co-host. I should have received a sample as well.
You want me to send you mine?
No, you used because you need it.
What I need it for?
In case you want to grow your hair back.
No, though I ain't gonna hold you. I do want to do my I have very faint edges, and
Uh-huh.
so it be looking like I'm bald. And I thank God that I don't really have hair anymore for real. Because
Hmm.
what I used to have to do when I like would have my braids and I wanted some baby hair, I would have to take from my hair and swoop it and make it look like, you see what I'm saying? It was a lot.
Mm.
It was a lot that had to happen. So
That's
I don't have to worry about that no more.
it's it sounds
Hmm.
it sounds and
Hmm.
you're so
Why you
serious.
laughing? Dino, this was serious. Do you know how it feels to be on Instagram, to be walking and you see everybody swooping their little baby hairs? And then here I go, and I ain't got none. I have to create some. That's not funny. That played with my confidence. And you laughing.
I'm not laughing at
Yes, you are. Forget you, Denarian. Ooh, I did it again. Sorry.
But I was only laughing because Shenise is funny, y'all, and she's usually funny at the wrong moments, and she was in all seriousness with the swoop, and that just took me
Dino,
out.
that's still not funny. It's not taking me out. You don't know what I went through
I
to try
do
to be
know,
a baddie.
but that's because of social media. Baby hairs didn't exist prior to. I
Yes,
mean,
it did.
we always had baby hairs, but it became a fashion type of thing when people started gluing down their edges.
Surely did. And let me tell you something. I ain't know that I could ever have a baby hair. I didn't know. You know what I really want though? This is so
What?
random. I really want sideburns. I think they are so cute. And I ain't gonna hold you when I first went to my barber. Seriously, Dino, stop.
No,
When
but
I
how do you say stuff like this and not expect me to laugh?
No, because this is serious. And so he gave me some little. Y'all can't really see it on the camera, but he gave me some little side little. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I have them." So
Okay, I'm done.
let's get into
Okay,
it because
no.
now I'm just done with you. I don't want to talk to
Okay.
you anymore.
How was your week? Did you have a good week though?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
What? What did you do?
I was just sitting here thinking, like, dang. I remember on Monday thinking, dang, I can't wait till it hits Friday.
Okay.
And so it did that. Like I was like, oh, can't
Mm-hmm.
wait. And then I got to Friday and I'm like, oh. Um, and so yeah, I was just trying to think about the week, like what happened throughout the week.
Yeah. No, I'm exhausted.
Are you? Oh yeah, because you came back.
Yeah,
Where
I went to. Huh?
where'd you go? Memphis, right?
They came to my location.
Oh.
But I did go out of town on Sunday, and I was tired because I woke up early on Sunday at 4 a.m. I
Hmm.
got on the road and drove to my location. I got there
You
around 5.
drove?
Yes, I drove because I like to have my car when I go to this place to help the artist. But I got there around 5 o'clock, and it was hit the ground running. I did not go to sleep until 2 o'clock the next morning.
I know you
I
lying.
had to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get to the set by 5 o'clock. The set was an hour away, so I went
Ah,
almost 36 hours with only 1 hour of rest, and I
mm.
still have not caught up on it. And then I got back here, and my mom's birthday is next week, and she kept calling me the other day, and
Oh,
I'm like, "Why do you keep calling back to back?" I hate people calling me back to back because it makes me feel like there's an emergency.
something wrong. Yeah.
You can't do that. But I found out that she got a puppy, and so the puppy is real cute. It's a mini golden doodle, and now I got puppy
Oh.
fever. I
No,
have puppy
no,
fever.
you don't. No, you don't.
I
No, you don't.
Here's the thing,
No.
Shanice. Every year I have puppy fever once a year,
Oh,
and
okay.
right now I have puppy fever. I want a puppy. All of my friends are like, "No, you can't get a puppy because you're always traveling." But I'm like, that's on the weekends. I'm usually gone away from home, but I do work during the week. I I want a dog
Okay.
because when I come home, it's just me, and
Yeah, you should be. You're a
no,
single man.
no, I want company, so I want a dog. And when I'm on the road, I will take my
Get
dog
a
to
fish. Just get a fish.
the.
Matter of fact, you don't got plants?
I'm not good with plants. Every plant I've had died.
Okay, so you need to learn how to care for a plant before
I
you.
do have a plant right here.
Is that real?
No.
Okay, then it doesn't count.
I want a
Denarian.
dog. I went
No,
to my
you
mama's
don't.
house. I held the dog. The dog was just so cute.
Oh Lord, I
But
can't wait till this phase passes.
I'm like, I could take the dog to doggy boarding, the doggy
You know
daycare
what?
when
I
I'm
don't know why I
gone.
get so annoyed.
Why?
I have no idea. When people be like, I want a dog. No, you don't. Because you don't know what you're asking for. I think it irritates me.
But I grew up with dogs. That's what people fail
Okay,
to realize. I grew up
you
with pit
grew up.
bulls.
You're grown now. You don't need a dog. Just wait till you have your child.
But I'm not having a child no time
And
soon.
you're not gonna get a dog no time soon.
I okay,
Just let it go.
I bet you today I go get that dog.
You know what? And I don't put that past you, but you don't need to do things out of emotion.
No.
You
Shanice.
what? I'm serious. You don't need to
Why
emotionally
why
die
are you really against me getting a dog?
because they are something to take care of.
Okay?
You don't need to take care of nothing. Just I wish everybody would just want to be free, want to
But
be
I am free.
by yourself. Why you
And,
need a dog?
and I'm okay by myself. But there's
And there you go. Oh, I gotta call you back because I gotta take care of the dog. Oh, I gotta look for somebody to take care of the dog. Oh, I can't do this because I gotta take care of the dog. Please, just don't get a
no,
dog.
I have a doggy boarding place that I researched. I would go and pay
You
them, and they would
research this?
yes, and they would go take care of my dog while I'm on the road. And here's the thing: what people realize when I travel, I
Mhm.
literally fly out, and the next day I'm back, unless it's a long weekend event. But I'm not gone for long times. Now I probably leave 3 times out the week, but I fly out and I come back the next day.
This just made me really sad. I don't really have nothing to say to you.
You're a hater. People, I'm getting a dog. If you think I should get a dog, tell me that in the comments. If
Mm-mm.
not, don't say nothing at all. Cause my
Because
mama.
dogs have separation anxiety. That's what you don't understand.
But here's the thing: I can also take it to my mom's house when I'm gone because the dog I want is the dog's brother, so
Oh, okay, then
they
maybe.
can have a family reunion.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
I'll
that's
get a
my
dog.
life. It's either a dog or a man.
Okay, I prefer the dog.
You don't want me to be happy. That's you don't want me to be happy. I am learning. What is your real issue with me?
I just okay. Pause. Since we're doing birthday shout outs, happy birthday, mommy. I hope you have an amazing birthday. But too, March 27th is tomorrow, correct?
I mean, it's tomorrow as if we're recording, but after this is posted, it will be almost April.
Well, on March 27th, my brother is turning a big 3-0. So shout out to my big brother, Isaiah Brown, Zay Finale.
Happy
Show him
birthday,
some love.
brother.
Go
Happy
listen
birthday.
to his music, you know. It's
This
really
song
good.
is dedicated to you. Happy birthday
No.
to
Mm-mm. Leave it to
you.
old girl who did that, not you.
Marilyn,
Hmm.
Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday
I don't think my brother wants you whispering
to
to him.
you.
I don't think he wants it. Take it
Happy
back,
bir- Happy birthday.
Denarian.
What?
Just let it go. You need to. Let's just move on.
No,
Okay, shall we?
family. So today I'm gonna be resting. This is a resting. I'm going to Vegas soon. I
Oh,
am
are
so
you?
excited. Vegas, my countdown is starting tomorrow because I
Oh,
leave for Vegas and I'm so excited. I've never been to Vegas. I get to go to Vegas, have fun. I get to spend time with someone. It's gonna be amazing. I'm just gonna be in heaven. I'm gonna be
aw.
in the hotel I'm staying at. I'm about to send y'all pictures because it's beautiful. People keep telling me why you stay in the hotel. It's so expensive, but it's not your money. Why you worried about it?
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
And people be like, oh, it's just, but just because you can't afford it, don't mean I can't.
Denarian, just because somebody, well, it's not even that they can't afford it. Maybe they just want a more economical.
No, no.
No,
Here, people can call me whatever they want to call me. If I'm
you like to
traveling,
spend money
no, if I'm traveling somewhere, the hotel must be nicer than my house.
because you like to spend money.
It must be
Why you
nicer than my
can't do an
house
Airbnb?
because I want to be on the strip. No, the Airbnbs are not on the strip,
Oh, that makes sense.
so I
Would
want
you
to.
ever do a hostel?
Oh,
I think
who?
I think that's what they're called. Hostels. I
I
think
don't know what that is.
I
It
think
sounds
that's what
like
they're called. I know it sounds like a hostel,
I'm not
but
sure.
but it's like where people can come in and out. You share like bunk beds with people. I,
No, no,
no,
no. I like my own space.
you
When
didn't peg me as that type of guy.
no, when I travel somewhere, if I'm staying somewhere for more than a day, I needed to have a separate living space.
Okay.
So I can't because when you're at a hotel and it just has a bed, you it's like you can only sit on the bed, which then makes it lazy.
Oh,
So
here it goes. All right, so a hostel is an establishment which provides inexpensive food and lodging for a specific group of people, such as students, workers, or travelers.
no, mm-mm,
Okay.
I'll pass.
Yep, and they got like bunk beds. First of all,
Mm-mm,
I'm not sleeping on no bunk bed. I ain't
mm-mm,
slept in a bunk bed since, and
mm-mm.
I don't intend to sleep in a bunk bed
Nope,
again.
I'll pass. I don't
Yep.
want it. But yeah, people always got to say, "Oh, that's such an expensive hotel you spend it. It's not your money. Worry about yourself
Who
and
said
leave me." People all the time be
really?
like, I'm like, you're. It don't matter. But family, we have a great topic for y'all. This
It
catch up was amazing.
was
We will
good.
listen. We will listen. This topic that we getting into.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. So we'll be back to you guys after the break. Welcome back, you guys, to the Said
Welcome
Ain't So
back.
podcast. We
Welcome
have
back.
Denarian Lewis
And
and we have you. What's your name?
the favorite host,
Which is what?
Shenise Danyél.
Yo, today we are talking about adulting. And okay, yeah, I have this inner monitor in my ear that just don't want to act right. But here we
What's
go.
wrong? Does it hurt?
No, it just keeps falling out.
Oh,
But it's okay. We're talking about adulting today, you
yeah,
guys.
we are.
And did we ever learn what that means? And here's the thing, Shenise.
Hmm.
So I did research and I looked up what is adulting.
Hmm.
I looked definitions.
Of adulting,
Yes, and what it means to be
there's
an
a
adult.
definition.
No, and that's my point. There is I I literally looked up what does it mean to be an adult. I looked at a definition of adult and it was just very surface. So, do you think, before I go into the stuff that I looked up, do you think that we have learned what adulting is, being millennials, and what does that mean?
First of all, First of all, I have a couple of questions.
Okay,
Okay. The first question that I have is, am I a millennial? What's the generation after millennials?
Gen Z,
Okay, so I'm a millennial and then there's generational Z
yeah,
or generation Z.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That was the first one. I always get those two
You,
confused. That's
you're a
it.
you're a millennial.
Okay, I'm a millennial. So why do they be grouping millennials and generation Z together? I don't like that because we're not the same.
We are
No offense.
different. We are different.
We are very different.
I don't have the answer to that.
Anywho, just food for thought, I guess. Well, let me just say this before I get into my answer. Millennials and Generation Z, please understand there's a difference. All right.
It sounds like you have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem, but I just feel that we are two. The way we act, the way we were brought up, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have two very different lifestyles. We have two very different ways of thinking. We have
So,
just Generation Z and millennials. It's not the same. It's just not the same.
so maybe we can discuss that one day on the podcast. Just not today.
Yeah, just not today. But I wanted to get clarity
Okay.
because then that leads me into my answer.
Okay. Which is
Do I feel that as millennials, because I can speak from a millennial's perspective because I'm not a generational Z?
just call
Her?
it Gen Z. Just says Gen Z. Gen Z.
All right, but no, seriously, do I feel like we learned how to be an adult? I think we got good tools for
Mm-hmm.
adulthood, but because when we were growing up in the world that we're in today is so different,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you could teach us how to be in today's world.
Yeah.
You can give us tools, you can give us guidelines, you can
Mm-hmm.
give us, oh, this is what you're gonna have to deal with.
Right.
But I don't think that you can teach me how to be an adult. I don't think my parents had the ability, or even the perspective of how to teach somebody who's going to be in a whole different world.
And
You
then
know what I'm saying?
even outside, I don't think our parents. I don't think no one knows they can like identify what it means to be an adult because after World War II, we kind of got along the lines.
Oh, is this your research?
No, well, no, it was something. No, but after World War
Oh,
II,
uh-huh.
it was you start a family, get a job,
Hmm.
buy a house, blah
Hmm.
blah. That's an adult. It is what it is. So,
Yeah.
but I did look up. It's called Connection Academy. Let me get my phone.
Connection Academy.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
Pearson's things. Okay, so
okay.
I'll read that. So it says becoming an adult is different for everyone. For some young people, it means living on your own or
Hmm.
going away to college. For
Hmm.
others, it means starting your first real job and
Hmm.
becoming financially independent. No matter what the circumstances are, becoming an adult means taking responsibility for your life. It then goes on to say,
Hmm.
in other words, becoming an adult means becoming a self advocate. This involves taking responsibility for your own actions and understanding how they affect the rest of the world. It also means understanding how your surroundings affect you. If you are a self advocate, then you know how to make choices based on your preferences, beliefs, and ability, choices that allow you to succeed in the world. So that's what they gave us, and
That's a
then
lot.
yeah, and then they gonna go on to talk about
Not they
being
gonna
an
go on.
adult meaning like you have health literacy, civic literacy, global awareness, environmental literacy, and financial literacy.
Ooh.
I feel like I didn't learn that until I got grown. Like that's not something. So does that mean? Because to be honest, I still don't know about half of this stuff. I pay people to know that.
Not you pay.
I pay somebody to know my financial literacy. I know somebody to do my health. I pay that. So it's like we
Yeah.
wasn't taught all of that stuff, not only from our parents, but also from the schooling aspect. They
Yeah.
didn't teach us about finances. So now
No.
we're in school. So now we have grown people who credit score is zero.
No. No, not zero. Now, if I no, I did learn. If anything, keep a good credit score.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't know what that meant though. I don't think I learned about a credit score. I mean, I was told about it, and that's the thing. I feel like we were told about a lot of things.
But we weren't taught. We wasn't explained how
Yeah,
to do
but
things.
then it's starting to make me think though. Like it's just certain stuff that as a child Do they need to know? Yes, they do need to know. But it's just like, when is a child really going to understand stocks and bonds and all of that? You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? Like,
the white folks are starting their kids early.
no, they did. They do. They do. And so I think that's a mindset that in our community we have to start breaking, is the idea of, let my child just be a child. They don't have to worry about grown folks' business. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, did you ever hear the saying growing up? And I feel like this is true to the black folks. When you pay bills, then you're grown. When you pay your own bills, then you grow. But I feel like that is so dumb because half of these children been paying bills since they was 2 because their family been putting the light bill in their name, but they not grown.
Listen, I can't attest to that because I don't really know. I don't know that story. I'm not saying that that story does not occur, but I don't know, because Shenise didn't pay a bill until she was 21.
But do you think paying bills make you grow? Even though that was a
Absolutely,
joke.
absolutely. Yes, I do. In the words of my mama, I pay the cost to be the boss. Don't play with me.
Even though that was a joke about, I mean, it's true. Kids, there are some kids that's been paying bills since they was 2 because their parents been putting the electric bill, in their name. But there are people that still pay bills, but they don't have the mentality of an adult.
Mm. But what? See, I feel like being an adult, though, that is subjective,
Okay.
because maturity happens. Now, that's the thing. Do you feel like you're an adult when you gain maturity?
I
Or
mean,
do you feel like you're an adult when you're doing adult things? Because
what are
by
adult
law,
things? What are
but,
adult
but
things?
listen, by law, 18, we are an adult.
We're not independent, supposedly, anymore. I mean, no, we're not dependent. We're considered independent at that point.
Right. So at that point, when you are a dependent, or yeah, when you're independent, however you want to phrase that, when you're independent, then you're an adult. So whether the maturity or not comes with it, I mean, that's two different things, in my opinion. But
Legally,
if you want to just, if you're asking me what an adult is, it is someone who is independent from their parent or
okay.
parents
Okay,
or guardian.
so let's talk about, because I mentioned about how, like, how after World War II we started getting in this mindset that in order to be considered an adult, or the adult life, what it looks like to be um an adult, you got a family, you had a good job,
Hmm.
you bought a house. I think the older generation sometimes look down on us because they're used to, once you're grown, you're stuck in one job.
Hmm. Hmm.
We, as millennials and maybe Gen Z, I'm grown. I am 26, about to be 27. I live on my own. I got my own car, pay my own bills, all that stuff. I'm about to get a dog.
You're not getting a dog. Just go on and be grown without a dog.
um, I've had many jobs, and the only reason I have many jobs is
Hmm.
because I'm always trying to be better.
Hmm.
I'm always trying to reach the next level of success.
Hmm.
I am not gonna remain constant in one job. So, do you think that having one job or being consistent in one job classifies you as a real adult?
No,
Huh?
no. I'd have had, let me tell you, in the 3 years that I'd have been here in Chicago, I swear to you, I had about 7 jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have had about 7 jobs. But that doesn't mean that I'm not an adult. I don't think your job makes you an adult. Now, I will say this though. I feel like if you get like a big girl, big boy job, like a corporate job, or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, like yeah, you become grown a little bit more. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. My first big girl job was a teaching job.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. I don't even remember. I don't work so many jobs my life there throughout
Mm-hmm.
my lifetime. It doesn't even make no sense. But anyway, I think the first time that I really felt a sense of independence and like being grown
Mhm.
It would have to be when I moved out.
Okay.
I think when you move out of your parents' house, that's the moment that you become grown. And I'm not even talking about college. Now, some people in college, they do go off campus and they move and they start
Mhm.
doing stuff. But the moment that you really snip that dependence from your parent,
Right. Mhm.
that is the moment that you become an adult, that you become grown.
So Shanice, for you in your life,
Hmm.
what what is the ideal adult life like for you?
Balanced.
Okay.
I think an ideal adult life for me would be balanced in every area.
Okay.
Balanced in relationship, balanced in spirituality, balanced in my and my finances.
Okay.
Just balanced. I have a good handle on everything.
Okay. Okay. For
What about you?
me, for me, I feel like one of the biggest things in adulthood or adulting for me
Hmm.
is kind of unlearning what society has taught us,
Hmm.
what our parents has instilled in us,
Hmm.
and relearning and learning things. The biggest thing for me is mental health,
Yeah.
breaking those generational curses, breaking those trauma moments and those trigger moments, and understanding my mental health. I believe that when you succeed in that level, you reach another maturity level that makes adulting not really smooth sailing,
Hmm.
but it's a little bit easier.
Mm.
Um, that's a big thing for me. Some people think that being an adult means you have to be married and have kids. Out of my immediate family, I'm the only one that doesn't have kids or a relationship. My parents
Mm.
are married. My parents have kids. My
Hmm.
older sister is engaged.
Hmm.
She has kids. My brother is about to be engaged soon. He has
Oh,
kids.
okay.
Hopefully, I'm hoping because he needs to sit his little butt down somewhere.
All right,
But
Marion.
but I'm the only person that doesn't have that. And some people classify that, oh, I'm not an adult until they have that. No, because what they can't do, I can do. I can freely leave my house and see the world.
Hmm. Yeah, there's that.
I don't have those responsibilities. And
Hmm.
so, because I don't have those responsibilities, I think sometimes people look at me like, oh, he's not really an adult. No, I have other responsibilities because I got bills to pay. I got other like clients to work for. So yeah, for me, the biggest thing is balancing out mental health. That has
Yeah.
been one of the hardest thing in adulting, especially in this day and age, because there's a lot of societal ideas, like the ideology of everything is messed up.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
relearning those and focusing what matters to me, what's important for me.
Hmm.
For me, I want to be successful. I want to be financially stable. So I'm working hard to accomplish that.
Hmm.
Once I'm financially stable, I do want to start a family. But just because
That's
I'm
the
getting
only way you're gonna be able to start a family, baby.
listen,
Uh-uh.
listen, and so even though I am inching closer to 30,
Uh-huh.
I'm not your ideal adult because once
But
again, the
this is the
ideal
thing, though.
adult that we have established is the one that graduates from college, that buys their first house, because back in the day, renting was seen immature.
Really,
Renting seems immature
really,
because they was like, oh, that's what college people did.
really.
Yes, I read something on there and it said people had the idea that if you were renting, that you were on a lower level.
Shoot, I must be on a lower level then.
No,
Cause, but this is the thing about that, though. I
okay,
feel like adulting was a certain thing at one point in time. Like
okay,
I feel like the definition of being an adult is forever evolving.
mm-hmm,
So at a certain point in time, getting a wife or getting a husband or having a husband and a wife and having children and this, that, and the third, I feel like at the time that's what it was. And that just is what it is. And that's what classifies you. I feel like now with millennials, we are shaping our future the way that it needs to be. So the idea of adulting is different now.
Yeah.
I feel like at one point in time, that's what it was. That's what it is. Duh. But now I feel like we're the generation that's like, look, we're not going to live like y'all told us to live. We're going to live the way that we create ourselves to be.
Because we want to be free.
We
We
want to
want
be
to,
free.
and that means financially free, debt free, mentally free. We want to be free in all aspects, and we want to enjoy life. I think people approach adulthood and they get serious. Yes,
Yeah.
there's a seriousness attached to it because there's stuff that has to be done. But you can still enjoy life as an adult. Do you still have your
Absolutely.
inner child? I'm like, because me,
Are
I
you
get a
asking?
that's a rhetorical question,
Oh,
but
okay.
I feel like that we dismiss our inner child once we are an adult. And it's like, no, I'm still amazed at some of the small things in life. I'm not all focused. I have found a balance in life. My job knows anybody that I work for, any of my clients, any job I work for knows that outside of the time that I have obligated to you, do not contact me
Oh,
because
good. You have
I
boundaries.
yes,
Good.
because I want to enjoy life. I don't want to be consumed in work, 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 work. Yes, it makes me money, but please understand that when I am not working, I have a life. And one of the things that I
Hmm.
talked about somebody previously is that, especially for us single adults,
Hmm.
people feel like that all we have to do is work because we don't have a family to look for. No, my family is my apartment and my
Uh-huh.
car and my groceries and my gas. I got to work for that. And so, yeah, like, no, but I have chosen that I'm going to enjoy life.
Okay, so I do want to throw out just a perspective
Okay.
shift. I like that perspective shift
Okay.
because this is the thing. Like, yes, living life is dope, but I'm sorry, being here in America, especially during during these times where inflation is at an all-time high, baby, being an adult sometimes gets hard. And so I don't ever feel like we ever lose our the child in us. I don't ever feel like that's there. I like to always say that adults are just children whose age is older. That's it. Because
Okay.
our childness, our childlikeness is still there.
Hmm.
However, let's be real. And you know, I can speak from some experience because I've
Right.
called you plenty of times crying, I don't think I can do this. I'm
Hmm.
about to move back home with my mom and dad. Because it's the responsibility that gets placed on us. And then we are obligated to handle it.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't pay for my rent, I can't be here. But what happens when the job that I'm working many, 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 many hours. I don't have the flexibility to just live life. You see what I'm saying? But I got more bills than money. There we go. That's the point that I want to make. And oftentimes that happens. And it's bills that you have to have.
But I believe even in the midst of that, even in the midst of, you have to have room to breathe.
You do, but this is a change of perspective, and I'm not saying anything that you're saying is
Right.
wrong. I totally agree with you.
Right.
But I feel like that is just one thing where it is easier said than done because being an adult will kick your butt, pick you up, and kick you down again. My boss told me this. She said either you're going through a storm or you're coming out of one.
Yeah.
But either way, the storm is there. And it's a hard thing to do. It is a very
But
hard thing to
here's the
do.
thing. This is gonna get spiritual. One of my clients, one of my favorite gospel artists, said, "The valley is never meant for us to stay.
No,
It's
it's
meant for
not.
us to go through."
Yeah.
So with that mentality, something that I've learned, ha,
Oh
over the
Lord.
pandemic, something
What
that
you
I
learn?
learned over the pandemic, because I'm a person that I like perfection. I like things to go how I planned it. I like to control things. I like to make sure things work right. Because I feel
Right.
like that if I don't have no control over it, it's just gonna go abrupt. I cannot I cannot worry about things that
Hmm.
I have no control over in that moment.
Absolutely
And
not.
when I got that mentality, listen, there were times When I was living paycheck to paycheck, I was worried about what the next bill is gonna get. At the end of the day, yes, there was moments where I had to grind, but in those moments, I said, okay, right now, I know it's gonna get paid, but I need to breathe. Because we live in that stress, and then it starts affecting us in no other areas of life. So yes, stuff is gonna come. Stuff is gonna come as an adult. Excuse my language. Shit gets hard.
Ooh, Dino, did you just curse?
I sure did.
Denarian.
Stuff gets hard.
Ooh, but that's real. That is
stuff
real.
stuff gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, I have to say, can I control this in this moment right now? If I can't control this in that moment, I cannot worry about it in this present moment, because what it does for me is that I become consumed in being
Mm-hmm.
worried, and I don't do anything else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
now I dismiss everything else in my life.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's
So
good.
yes, stuff happens. We
It
are
does.
like, as an adult, there's work kicks our butt, family kicks our butt,
Man.
bills kicks our butt, but we have
Man.
to begin to shift our perspective. And
See,
here's the thing. I'm sorry, I'm on a rage right now.
you are.
Here's the thing. We think life is going to be perfect. So when the one small thing messes up, it throws us off track.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. I don't think that we think that life is going to be perfect. But
No.
what I do think, though, is that I think that the tools that we have learned from childhood, we expect that we can apply the same tools to every situation.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when you don't have a set of tools that you need for a situation that you've never seen coming? And it's nobody's fault. So let me just be open, honest, transparent here. When my car was impounded,
Mm-hmm.
my parents never went through getting a car impounded. Now, a car getting impounded is different from your car getting repossessed. And when you get your car impounded, that means you ain't pay your tickets. Now, when I got here to Chicago, I racked up a whole bunch of tickets. If you live in Chicago, you know how easy that is,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now, mind you, I didn't really know how to do all of this stuff. I couldn't go to my mom and dad, because they couldn't. I mean, they don't know how to live in Chicago. Living in Columbus is very different than living in Chicago. There's just certain things that you don't have to deal with. So they didn't give me the tools on how to deal with this situation. And at the time, I was working, and this was right before the shutdown. This
Mm-hmm.
was right before pandemic really shut everything down. And so I didn't have some tools that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you that sent me into a frenzy, I feel like that is when I really had my first taste of adulthood. Is when I'm gonna finish this thought. Is when I had to start gaining some tools that weren't giving. I had to gain the tools. What?
I want to say this, because you have referenced tools and you have referenced parents in the same thing,
Yes.
which means that we're referencing tools not being given to us as children.
Yeah.
I believe that we gain tools as an adult based on who our village is now, who we have surrounded around us, whether
Okay.
that's bad or good. We can
Yeah.
still use those tools. And I think that we oftentimes, well, I didn't learn this when I was younger. What's stopping you from learning it now based on the people that are surrounded? Who do you have in your corner?
So you
And that's
you
not for
think
you. That's
no,
for,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. But let me ask you this. So you think that okay, let's use me. So me go because I feel like that's a separate entity of its own. Who's in your corner is separate from you becoming the adult that you are meant to be. Now, I think they play an importance in that process,
You
but
can still learn from them.
absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. You are who you surround yourself with.
Right.
So that's very important. Who do you have in your corner? But becoming an adult and walking in this idea of adulthood, those are two different things. They're all included in the same process, but they're not the same thing. I just don't think they go hand in hand.
I mean, I say that because there are things that my parents did not teach me growing up.
Right.
I I had to learn either by it happening to me or
Right.
watching the people around me, it happened to them and learning from their
Mm-hmm.
experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So I am always, I tell people all the time, I am a student of life.
Yeah, you have to be because you don't know everything.
So even though that I may not have had those resources as a child and even growing up, I have people, responsible people around me. I'm the youngest. I am usually the youngest person in my friend group. My oldest friend is 41 or 40.
Oh, I beat you. My oldest friend is like 60 something. Oh
so
no, Miss B, she's gonna be 70. I think it's September.
so I'm always using, even though something may have not happened to me, for me to use that tool.
Mhm.
I am watching the people that surround. Now there have been bad people in my life, but I've still watched and learned what know what not to do. I
Mhm.
so I think that we have this thing. God places people in our life from childhood to an adulthood for a reason, for us to glean from us to pull from.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we can make life harder than what it is.
Yeah, you can. You can. But I don't know. I think this is just hitting a little to the core because life is hard.
Life is hard, but that doesn't mean that it has to affect us all the time.
I don't
We have to choose.
know. Where
We
there's,
have
I
to
mean, yes,
choose.
but where there's a cause, there's an effect.
But I think it's because I reached a mentality over the last 3 years that stuff is hard.
Hmm.
I can't dwell in it.
No, you can't, but you can absolutely feel.
I mean, yes, it's okay to feel.
Yeah.
But there are some people that, as an adult, as we are adulting, as soon as we feel that, we wobble in it, we become
Oh, wow.
comfortable in it, we become complacent in it, and we're like, okay, this is what adulthood is. No, it's not.
Well, then that's where maturity comes in. Remember, we talked about that at the
Yeah.
beginning. It's a difference from being an adult, and then there's a difference in having maturity. Now, because I tell you like this, anytime any little thing used to happen, I used to freak out. I used to cry. I used to be a
Mm-hmm.
crybaby because it's just like I don't know how to deal with this. Daddy, where are you? And I used to call my dad. Daddy, can you please help me? What do you need? Needs a cup? I can't do it right now. And they'd be like, "But what am I supposed to do?" I used to freak out. You see what I'm saying? But
I
here's
think.
where
Oh, go ahead. I'm
maturity
sorry.
steps in. Because now, and I thank God for the foundation that was placed before me.
Mm-hmm.
If I did not have God a part of my life, I don't know what I would do. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the scripture that talks about why worry. If the birds in the sky don't worry about where their next meal is coming from, why are you?
Mm-hmm.
And that is the mentality that I have to live by. And then when the word talks about how when you're going when faith is being tested, that's a chance for your endurance to grow. That is something that I have to live by. So now I'm getting all these things based off my spirituality that'll help me for whatever is to come. Don't worry, you're just being tested, but you're gonna be okay because you're gonna grow. What
Mm-hmm.
other scriptures? Those are my two main scriptures that I always go to. And then I remember his promises. See, but that is a foundation that was laid before me, that I remember the promises of God. I
Mm-hmm.
remember what he said to me in my quiet moments. And so now when I'm going through my very loud moments and my very visible moments, I can now, all right. But that took time. It took
Yeah.
for me to grow. And I also had to be by myself.
Yeah. I think as we are adulting, we put a time frame on adulting, and we
Absolutely.
put like, okay, but even people that are in their 70s, they're still adulting. They have never been 70 before, so they're learning what it means to be
How do you be
70.
70? Right.
They're learning what it means to deal with now these health issues now. Even younger, like, we're still learning. I've never been 27 before, so I am constantly learning. So there's not a time frame on adulting, and I believe that we have not, there is no clear definition and there's no floor plan of adulting, because we're all learning,
Yeah.
and we're all learning together every day. We're learning more maturity, we're learning what that means for us.
No, yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, too, there are just some things as an adult that you need to do because it's been given to you way before you hit the age of 27. You
Yeah.
got to learn how to take care of your stuff
Yeah. And brush your teeth and
and brush your teeth
take
and
a
put
bath.
deodorant on and wash your hands and wipe your butt. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Come on, somebody.
Family, we want to continue this whole conversation of adulting. We want to connect it to different aspects of spirituality and what that means, the things of standards and boundaries. So, over the next couple of weeks, we want to have those type of conversations. So be sure that you stay tuned. We're gonna go on a short break, and we will be right back with you with our Said Ain't So moment with
Oh,
Shenise
it's a good
Danyél.
one.
Yes.
I can't wait. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Say It Ain't So podcast. It's your favorite host, Shenise Danyél.
And I am Denarian Lewis. I don't have time for her shenanigans today.
I didn't even say anything yet.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So, Denarian, I have a really good Say It Ain't So moment for you, and I
Okay.
think you're really gonna like it.
Okay.
So, my friend hit me up,
Okay.
and they would like me to tell you what's going on.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Okay. So basically, what happened is they're getting married at the end of the year. Remember how I told you I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride?
Yeah.
This is
Mhm.
one of those situations. So they're getting married at the end of the year, and they were really close with their ex's family.
Okay.
And so they want to invite one of their ex's family members.
Okay.
Well, the ex had told that family member no. And so my friend is like, well, why does it even matter to you when you're married? So it doesn't matter. If they want to come, they can come. And so the ex's family member has declined the invitation. And so the question is like, yo, is it okay to go to your family member's ex's wedding?
This is
I guess
a
it's not the
tough one.
question, but that is the question that I got out of it. Like,
Uh,
I would go to my ex's family member's wedding.
I think no, 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 no. I think you're taking away the wrong perspective. I mean, no. Is it okay for the person's ex family member to come to the wedding? I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm thinking from the family member's perspective.
I, I'm thinking from the bride or groom's perspective. I'm thinking from the
So
ex's
I don't have the
perspective.
wrong perspective. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
from the person in the situation.
I can see both ends. My question would be, um, is your first off, was your partner okay with that family member coming to the wedding? Because I'll be like, why are you still connected to that person's family? It's in the past. I can kind of understand the ex's perspective, like why are you going there? It depends on who the person's family member is. Like, is that the sister, the brother, the mom, the dad, the auntie? Like, what is the family dynamic?
And see,
But
I don't think it matters.
so you're telling me that if you and I was engaged and we was getting married,
Sure. Don't
and
tell me something good, you know.
that would never happen, but but if I invited my ex's family member, that you would be okay with it. Like, that's still a connection from my past.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm
And then,
trying to think. I don't want to use you because you're not personable enough. Like, I need.
I
Okay,
mean,
so let me put myself in this situation.
okay.
Just let me put it in. Okay. Me, my ex. If I invited. Now, okay, here we go. All right, I formulated a thought. If I was the bride, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say I wanted to invite my ex's brother. By the way, I was really close with my ex's brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to invite my ex's brother, right? Now, if I have told my soon to be husband, yo, this is the relationship we still have, I'm still in contact with him,
Mm-hmm.
if he's privy to this information and he understands the weight that this young man has had in my life, Like that's not going to change just because you're here now. So
It's still
I'm just
connected.
thinking. I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I'm thinking. Like you're right. You do have to tell if it's the bride. I don't. If it's the bride or if it's the groom. Like you do have to have communication. But like,
But okay, let's phrase this from the ex perspective.
okay.
Why are you against your family member going to this person's wedding if you're married? Do you think the
Oh, that's
ex
easy
is
though.
in the right, like, so if the ex mindset, I'm done with this person, so you should be done with this person? I think that's usually how
Yeah,
relationships go.
absolutely. I wish now. It sounds like somebody would definitely invite my mom because my mom be trying to be friends with everybody I'm friends with, and I don't like that. So they'll probably invite my mom, and I'm gonna have that conversation with my mom. Michelle, you're not going, girl. Well, listen, I don't understand what your issue is because I still love them, and that's a problem. Let them go. When I let them go, you let them go. This is actual conversations between me and my
But
mom.
you're okay with the ex coming to the wedding, with the ex family member coming to. You are just a confused vessel.
No,
Which
I'm not.
side are you
I'm looking at
on?
all perspectives. Now, for me, no. If I was the family member, I wouldn't. I'm just looking from everybody's point of view.
Okay.
I mean, because that's how it happens. And I want to thank the gift of acting because I can look at all sides.
I don't. I don't. This is a sticky. I'm all about. Here is my. I'm always gonna think. Is my partner okay with this? That is always my perspective.
But that's what I said. Communication definitely has to be had.
If my partner is okay with it, it's cool. But I have cut ties with my ex's people. It's because you're not a part of my life. Why would I be still close? I mean, there's no hard feelings for it, but I'm not that close with you anymore.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't even have that conversation.
No,
I
yeah.
think that the family member did the right thing by respecting their family member's wishes of
Where
not
your
going.
loyalties lie.
Um, I think I'm not sure if it's the bride or the groom, but whatever the case may be,
Hmm.
I don't think that you should take offense to it. The person did what was right for their relationship with their family member, because at the end of the day, family comes first in some people's lives. Um, and I don't think the person should dwell on why they ex said no. Don't dwell on that. It doesn't matter. Don't think about it. It is what it is. Focus on you and your husband, or you and your wife, and what type of sex y'all about to have on the honeymoon.
Well, well. First of all, my whole thought is though, like, I just feel like the family member should have just been like, no, thank you. There shouldn't have been no conversation about, oh, they said no. Like, just thank you for the invite, but I won't be able to make it. And left it at that. Like, that's how you do
Period.
that.
Period. Family. Apparently, me and Shenise, we're on everybody's side. We're on everybody's side. We didn't want to know what your perspective is. Drop your answer in the comments. We want to engage you in that. If you have a setting so moment like this, because this was a good one.
So you think this is good? And it was better than yours because my friend
I didn't say
actually
that.
hit me up and it's real. Okay.
If you have a moment that's juicy like that, feel free to email us at info.sadaintso@gmail.com, or you can go to our YouTube, no, not our YouTube, our Instagram, and
Hmm.
you can DM us at sadaintso.podcast, and
You
we
forgot
want to
our
hear it.
page.
Child, and guess what? And I'm the one that does all the page stuff, and I forgot it. But hit
Yeah.
us up. We want to know what your thoughts is. And if you have one, let us know. Let's move on to our Black Business Spotlight moment.
So
Y'all,
actually, this
we
week we are looking for people
thank you for
to.
interrupting me. Thank you,
Oh, I'm
because it was
sorry. I'm
my
sorry. I'm sorry.
segment.
I'm
Yeah, this was
sorry.
my segment, because you had the Say It Ain't So segment.
Oh, I did. I forgot. I
Y'all see,
forgot.
Shanice, she be trying to outdo me
No,
so that
I
she
don't. I
can
could
be y'all
never.
favorite. She wants to be y'all favorite so bad that she wanted just to take over the whole podcast. Just take me out the screen, Shanice. Just
I
take me
don't
out
know
the
how to do
screen.
it. You
Just,
do it. Period. I don't know how to work this on my own. But if he won't, the show must go on.
it is not a Shanice podcast. Go ahead, Shanice. Tell them about the Black Business Spotlight. Go ahead. I'm just here.
Okay. Well, this week we are just trying to make sure that you guys send in your Black businesses. If you have a Black business, please let us know. Go ahead,
No, finish it. How they gonna let us know? Send it where? Tell us. Tell us.
So you guys are gonna let us know by going and emailing us at info.sayitaintso@gmail.com, or you can check us out on social media and you can DM us at sayitaintso.podcast. Please send us
Yo,
your
black
Black
bed.
business.
Because what? We
We buy
support.
Black, sell Black, and be
No.
Black.
Now you messed up my saying? You gonna mess up my
That's
saying?
not it.
No. We buy black, we support black, and we be black.
Oh, support, support, support. Okay, I'm sorry.
But y'all, we will be right back to close out our show. We will see y'all momentarily after the break. All right, family, we are back and we are done with this episode. Shenise, that was a great topic. I am full. I'm taking a nap after I go and get me some Raisin Canes and
You got
Arnold
some
Palmer.
conversation-itis?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tired. Y'all, family, we are enjoying this podcast with you guys on
Absolutely.
the Say It Ain't So. Yeah, this has like been kind of like I look forward to Saturdays to record, and I look forward to Wednesdays for the release.
Yeah,
So
and you know what I look forward to? I look forward to when people say, "Hey, I listen to your podcast." Like, I'm
yeah,
really listening.
yes,
I'm not just supporting because I know you, but I'm listening. And I think, I want to say thank you all to everybody.
yeah.
Denarian, before we get off, I must do this. I want to say thank you, Denarian, for being
Oh.
the awesome, awesome, awesome co-host. I may be everybody's favorite co-host, but you are my favorite co-host. Okay?
That was so shady. But y'all, I would not want to do this podcast with anybody else but
I
Shanice.
couldn't think of who else to do it
Our
with.
chemistry is amazing. And y'all, she is like, I listen to the podcast because I edit them and I have to upload and I listen to everything. Half the time, I'm laughing at half the stuff that she's saying
I
when
don't
I'm
know why,
listening.
because I'm so serious.
You're
In the
hilarious.
words of you are so serious on the podcast.
I'm just free. I'm like, just let's just go. But y'all, make sure share it with everybody. We want
Please.
to grow our audience.
Mm-hmm.
Direct them to our Instagram page, direct them to our YouTube page, let them know that we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Yeah, we want to grow our family because we have plans to take this to the next level. I am speaking this into existence. Hopefully, sometime this year, God willing, that we're able to do a live, intimate podcast
Oh
with the
my
audience.
gosh. That's going to be so much fun.
But in order to do that, you guys, we need to grow our audience. So,
Absolutely.
Shenise, I love you. I'm going to sleep,
Okay.
and we'll see y'all next Wednesday.
All
Well,
right.
this
He loves me. I love y'all. We love y'all. And we'll see you next Wednesday.
peace.
Bye bye.